Hello and welcome to this video on how to connect your Mailchimp account to a Thrive Leads opt-in form or to a lead generation element from Thrive Architect. For this connection to work, you will need an API key, which you can get from your Mailchimp account. So first things first, log into your Mailchimp account and click on the avatar from here and then select account from this list. Now on this page, you're gonna have to click on the extras menu item from here and from the drop-down list, select API keys. On this new page, you will find the API details you will be needing for successfully setting up the connection. If you have previously set up an API key, then you can simply go ahead and copy it from here. However, if you have not generated a key before, you can create a new one by clicking on this button right here. And just like that, you can go ahead and copy your newly generated key. Now, in order to use Mailchimp only as an email marketing service, you will need the Mailchimp API key. But if you want to use also the transactional email feature, you will need a Mandrill approved email address and the Mandrill API key. If you scroll down a bit on this page, you will notice this button that says Create a Mandrill API key. Click on it and you will be prompted with a login page where you have the option of logging in using your Mailchimp credentials. I will go ahead and do that, and shortly after I was redirected to the settings page of my Mandrill account. In order to add a Mandrill key, click on this button right here and give a name to your new key. From these two checkboxes, you can allow the key to work from certain IP addresses or allow it to use certain API calls. I will just select test key for this example, and as simple as that, my API key has been generated. Remember that these Mandrill credentials are only used if you want to use Mailchimp also as a transactional email service. But in order to use it only as an email marketing service, the API key from Mailchimp will be enough. Now head over to your WordPress admin dashboard and from this left sidebar select Thrive Dashboard, and then on this page scroll down and go to the API Connections card and click on Manage Connections. Now we're gonna add a new connection from here, and I'm gonna open the drop-down list and select an app from it, and in this case it's gonna be Mailchimp, and paste in my Mailchimp API key. Just as previously mentioned, if you also want to use Mailchimp as a transactional email service, click on this checkbox right here and then paste in the Mandrill approved email address and API key. After you've added the API details, click on Connect, and as soon as the connection is ready, you should receive this notification. If you click on Done, you will be able to see the Mailchimp API card with its additional options, which you can use to test, edit, or remove the connection. Moving forward to the next step, let's see how to connect Mailchimp to a lead generation element. For that, you can open a Thrive Architect page or post, depending where you want to create the connection. I will open a page for this example, so I'm gonna head to the Pages section of my WordPress admin dashboard and just edit a page with Thrive Architect. After the page has loaded on the screen, simply click on the plus sign from the right sidebar and then look for the lead generation element. Drag and drop it to your page to the desired location, decide what kind of template you would like for it, and as simple as that, your lead generation element has been added. Instantly, the main options of the element have appeared in the left sidebar, so you can start using them accordingly. We have a dedicated article about how to use the lead generation element, so make sure to check it out if you want to learn more. The first thing to do in the left sidebar options is to check whether API is selected right here. After that, you can proceed with clicking on Add Connection, and from this drop-down list, go ahead and look for Mailchimp. Select it, and your connection has been added. After you've done this, you can proceed with selecting the mailing list and grouping type from the next two drop-down fields, and these are details which you have previously set up in your Mailchimp account. Basically, you are deciding here to which mailing list should the users be added to once they have filled in your form. And last but not least, you can choose the opt-in type. The single opt-in means that as soon as the user has entered the details on the opt-in form, he or she will be sent directly to your campaign. But you can also choose the double opt-in, and this means that the users will first have to confirm the email address before being added to your campaign. Lastly, you can add tags to your forms if you want to segment your audience. So I'm just gonna go ahead and type a tag right here and then click on this plus sign, and as simple as that, my tag has been added. Once everything is done, click on apply and return to the main options. Now, as you can see, the next thing you can customize here are the form fields. Customize them as you best see fit. You can change or remove the already existing fields or add new ones if you want. And lastly, from these options, you can decide what happens after the user subscribes through your form, and you can choose to redirect the user to a custom URL, which you can paste right here, or you can choose to display a success notification and further customize the message from here. When you are done with setting everything up, click on Save Work button, and as simple as that, your connection has been successfully created. Now let's see how to create a connection between your Mailchimp account and an opt-in form from Thrive Leads. So in your WordPress admin dashboard, hover over Thrive dashboard, and from this submenu select Thrive Leads. In this window, look for the lead group that has the type of opt-in form you want to connect and click on it to view the full list. Now you can see that I have here a list with all the form types that I've added for my Mailchimp integration. So I'll go ahead and select the one which I want to work on, and it's going to be this ribbon right here. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Edit, and this will take me to another list with all the ribbon types of forms. Add as many as you want from this button right here, but for this example, I'm just going to use this one, so I will click on Edit Design. This will open the Thrive Architect editor once more with the template which I have chosen for my opt-in. If I hover over this element right here, you will notice that this is a lead generation element, which means that this is the one that I will be using for my integration. So I'm going to click on it, and this will trigger the main options in the left sidebar. Now you can simply set up the connection just as in the case of the previous example where I've connected a lead generation element to my Mailchimp account. You can simply add the connection from here and then further customize the connection as you best see fit from the remaining options. And that's pretty much it. This is how you can connect your lead generation element or an opt-in form from Thrive Leads to your Mailchimp account. I really hope this tutorial was useful to you, and as usual, don't hesitate to check out other tutorials we have in our knowledge base if you want to learn more about our products.